This will be our second part of the demonstration. It is using Microclean diesel filter. Well, in this demonstration, we are going to do two differences on the left bowl here. We are going to mix in with the same amount of water compared to the left bowl. Well, on my right hand here is the water that I will pour into the first canister. On this bowl, we are going to suck in the diesel fuel into the OEM filter. And we will observe after a few seconds or a few minutes, we see how the condition of the diesel fuel will be. And then on the right hand side, we will pour in the same amount of water also, going through Microclean diesel filter. And we will also need to observe the fuel condition after the filtration. Now I'm going to do with the first test, and by starting the pump and sucking the diesel mixed with water into the first OEM filter. Now what you can observe now is that the water actually flows through the OEM filter and it goes back to the fuel. This means to say that if there is too high water contamination in your vehicle system, the fuel mixed with water will go into your fuel pump and fuel nozzle. Subsequently, it will damage your equipment, especially the fuel pump and the injectors. So we are doing a little bit of a stirring. And you can see that when all the water are being sucked in, the fuel become contaminated with water and is murky. Now what I'm going to do is that I will change the suction side into the left bowl, and we'll observe the fuel mixed with water going through Microclean diesel filter. Now we will start the filtration, and we will also do some mixing as the fuel goes through. Oh, sorry. Now you can see that the water is dripping down from the filter visibly, and all the clean fuel will return back to the canister, and the water will sink back into the PC bowl. What you can observe is that after the stirring of the fuel, the water and the fuel doesn't mix in, but subsequently it is all caught up in the PC bowl at the bottom. Okay, now we can observe again the difference between the two canisters. One, after mixing in with the water, it becomes murky. running with OEM filter, and the one using Microclean filter still remains the same. And this is the efficiency of the Microclean diesel filter. Well, we can zoom in the lens to observe that you can see the water all properly, clearly separated from the fuel inside the PC bowl. This filter not only removes water from contaminated fuel, but it also removes particles and heavy sludge. Well, on my left hand side here in the bunting, you can see there's a picture here showing the sludge after using Microclean diesel filter. And the contamination in the diesel is very heavy after it has been choked. Well, you don't normally see those contamination inside an OEM filter. The difference is because Microclean diesel filter uses very fine microns compared to the OEM. And in that fineness, it removes water and it removes particles and heavy sludge. And this is a site also that to prevent the fuel pump and the fuel nozzle from wear and tear. And subsequently, we have customers that tell us that using for 13 years, 14 years, you have very little or practically no black smoke emission. And that is the efficiency of Microclean diesel filter that can help your vehicles running in tip-top condition all the time.